Was he what you thought he was going to be? Did he do anything out there that surprised you?
Oh yeah, William. He was such a he's a hard nosed guy. I knew that coming in. Actually, kind of made me a little bit nervous that he took the fight on short notice, just because I know his coaches, know him, know his training partners, and I've seen him train before, so knowing how grit he is, just got me a little bit nervous about it, and it showed in the fight. How much he just keep pushing forward, and he's definitely durable opponent.
Did that surprise you at all? Was there a moment where you thought the ref was going to jump in and stop it earlier?
With him, no. You got to know your fighters, and the referee, I think, knew his fighter, and he knew what a durable guy William Joplin is, and to take a fight on short notice like that, the referee knew that he was primed and ready to go for this fight.
What does a win like this? What does it make as a statement? Your first time here in Bellator. What's next for you? What do you think that is a fight that makes sense for you next?
Well, not just the win. I think it was more of wanting to perform out there in front of everyone and being able to have this platform and just being able to go out there and fight freely. This whole week, my coaches were asking, "Are you excited? Are you, how do you feel?" I said, "You know what? I don't feel anything. Even after the fight, it was like it felt home. It felt like all the guys here. My manager Tiki did a great job of finding Bellator as my home, because guys like Scott Coker, Rich Chow, and all these guys that work here on staff, just welcomed me with open arms, and it just made it at home. So what's next for me? Hopefully get my hand looked at and get it checked out and go from there, and hopefully as soon as I can.
Are you worried? Do you think you broke your hand?
Possibly hardest head I've ever hit in my life. It's like, I've done construction my whole life, so sometimes you could use a sledgehammer to knock down a brick wall. Other times you have to use a cannonball to knock it down. And he was definitely one of those guys, and it definitely it took some damage on my hands.
Weight class has been something for you that you haven't really paid that much. It seems like there's a fight at this weight, I'll take this one. If there's a fight at this weight, I'll take. You collected belts at multiple different weights. Is that what you plan on doing here in Bellator?
You know what? If the opportunity arouses, yeah, absolutely. Right now, Joe Daddy Stevenson did a great job of guiding my career. Making sure I was primed and ready to go. I was always the fighter that wanted to hurry up and get in a big show, but having people like Joe Daddy and Cub Swanson, T.J. Dillashaw, Tiki, and telling me, hey, just take your time and enjoy the moment. If you're going to make a career out of this, why do you want to hurry up and end it? So, and you see so many fighters with that personality and that mentality, like I would just want to hurry up and go, but taking my time, knowing that I'm ready. We went on to the next stage like we did here, and being able to put on a performance like this just to awe the crowd and give the fans what they deserve.
Does featherweight feel like your natural weight class?
You know what, they all do. To be honest, my nutritionist Sam Calavita at the training lab, it doesn't matter if it's 135, 145, 155, we're going to pack on the weight the right way. I definitely guarantee I'm the most scientific trained athlete in the world. We've been told already by multiple scientists that do train athletes that Red Bull athletes and everything like that, that I am the most scientific trained athlete out there, and I have some accomplishments to prove that.
You kind of mentioned that you're always ready to kind of jump ahead. You have coaches kind of calming you down, steering you in the right direction. You're coming in with a big record, multiple belts already. Do you feel like a title shot is probably something that's coming a lot sooner for you rather than later here at Bellator?
You know what, that's going to be on the fans' decision. I definitely don't make the calls. I put my faith in my coaches. I put my faith in my management. I put my faith inside the matchmaking and the promotion. And there's something I've never wanted to do. My job is to go out there and perform.
If all things are okay with your hand, we'll be the positive there. How quickly would you like to fight again? How many times would you like to fight in 2018?
I want to fight 8 times in 2018. I've fought 7 times in 1 year before, and my goal is to surpass that. I know Bellator has a huge fight coming up, Bellator 200. Like I said, I don't like making announcements that I want to fight certain people, but this one, that we've been seeing, some guy named Pimple or something like Pimple or something like that they think.
Pimble.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Patty Piglet. What'd you say? No, I think that would be a fight that fans would definitely enjoy. And to go out there and lay it on the line like I did tonight, is going to be something in the makes.
Mentally, can you take us through your mentality when you're hurt in the ring and you don't want to show your opponent that? And how do you just mentally fight through a hand injury during the middle of a fight?
Honestly, so You know, there's a couple answers to that question, because I was on a TV show called Kingdom, and we had an actor named Jonathan Tucker on set, and he actually got cut by Jay Heron on an accident elbow, and he just kept playing through. And when they stopped the scene, Joe Daddy goes in there and he sees his cut. He's like, well, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, you've told me to never show you that I'm hurt." And, you know, the same thing growing up in the sport with Joe Daddy and guys like Cub Swanson. You know, they fight when they're hurt. You know, all fighters do it. So it's not to show that you're hurt. It's just to have the mentality that you're going to push through no matter what. And it also comes from our training that we do with Sam Calavita. You know, we push we redline the whole workout, you know, and it's just being able to push past that fatigue or not let, you know, your mentality break you down, trying to stay mentally tough.